Hello, I'm live. Welcome. As usual, I'm going to start with burning a little bit of Palo Santo so we can cleanse the energy as all of you walk into the room. I am going to center myself. And today I want to welcome you to the fourth part of the self-love journey, the self-love series. Welcome. And today we're going to speak about awareness. So the first three parts we spoke about acceptance, forgiveness, self-compassion. And today is going to be all about awareness. So I want you to join me on this journey. And as I center myself and I cleanse the room, I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm inviting you to do the same. Even if you're watching me later and you find yourself watching this, take a moment to take a deep breath. And I'm going to do the same as I make an intention. You can see the smoke is beautiful. Taking a deep breath and releasing. Another deeper breath. And release. Making the intention to being present in the room with yourself, with your body, with your heart. I'm asking to be used as a vessel, to be a conduit for love and healing. May I be able to speak from my heart, to be able to send you this message, to send you healing from my heart to your heart. And may you listening to me right now receive peace. As we speak about awareness, my wish and my intention is for you to start connecting with your heart and to fully get to know who you are, to remember your power, your holiness, and your beauty. And take a breath and receive. And release. Welcome to the ones of you here. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, Christina, Hal, Trail Action Hero, Arlene. It's so nice to see you guys here. I love all of you so much. And as I was centering myself to start this talk of the day, I'm going to put my Palo Santo away. So if you already know, I be burning Palo Santo all day, every day. And I'm inviting you to do the same if you haven't tried it. And to take a deep breath today with me. Today we're going to speak about awareness. And this is the fourth part of the self-love series. We're going to be going deep into a meditation so we can connect deeper with who we are, so we can connect with the love within us. So for those of you who are watching me later, perhaps if you don't know me, my name is Isaura. I'm a spiritual psychologist and the founder and creator of the ISA formula, which is a healing system to help you align with your soul. It's a soul attunement in which you are going to connect with who you truly are so you can live the life that you came here to live. And if you have questions about how to work with me, you can send me a message and I can tell you all about that. So I'm going to start by, first of all, thank you, the ones of you who have watched the first three parts of this series. And if you haven't, I advise you to go watch. It's on my YouTube channel and also on my profile here on Instagram. So let's take a breath of gratitude for the opportunity to share for the past few weeks and to continue to do so. I'm going to have two more happening. So I just want to show my gratitude, taking a breath to receive that. And I'm inviting you to do the same and release if there's something that you want to be grateful for as you join me today on this journey. Being grateful for the experiences that sometimes we take for granted is a beautiful way so you can get into the energy of love. And speaking about love, since this is all about self-love, today we're going to be speaking about awareness, especially self-awareness. Because a lot of the times we feel like we are not loving ourselves fully, or we feel unworthy. And a lot of the times we don't know why. and the lack of self-awareness of why we feel less than. Why do we don't feel like we deserve love, or that we don't deserve peace? Or maybe it's not even that you don't deserve it, it's that you don't even know how to access that part of you. And when you feel like you're getting closer to that part of you, there's something that comes and snap you out of that feeling, and you go back to what I call in the ISA formula debasement. You go back into feeling like less than. You go back to feeling like you're not good enough. You go back to feeling like you are always going to be in this cycle of feeling good one day and feeling bad the next, and thinking that, oh my God, I felt like my spiritual journey, I was evolving, I was growing, I was peaceful, I was happy, and now I'm back here. So if that's you, the main thing that I'm inviting you today, the invitation today, is for you to be aware of those feelings. When we are aware of the cycle, the patterns, then we can change them. If we don't have the awareness of our patterns, if we don't have the awareness of what are those things, the triggers that get us back into feeling less than, or get us back into feeling like we are never going to be happy, or we are never going to be peaceful, then it's impossible to make those changes. So by looking at those things is when we start transforming them. You cannot clean a room that you don't walk into. You first need to walk into the room. You first need to have the courage to open that door, even if it's dark inside. That is what awareness is about. To fully walk inside of that room. Why do I feel like I don't love myself at times? Or why do I feel like I need to do X, Y, and Z to feel worthy of love? That I need to please other people to feel worthy? Or do I need to lose the pounds to feel worthy? Or that I need to get the money, or I need to get the husband? Whatever it is that you are putting there as, I need this to be fully myself and to be fully loving and happy, that is the awareness that I'm speaking of. And as we look at that, we are going to start recognizing those misbeliefs. And that is the first step of tonight's talk. What are those misbeliefs that you are taking as truth? And when I speak about misbeliefs, those of you who have worked with me know what I mean. But if you don't know what I mean those ideas that perhaps your parents, your culture, society gave you, and you made it to be truth without question. So if they told you that by a certain age you need to be married with a child, and you need to have a career, or you need to have your life quote unquote together to be worthy, then that is a misbelief that was passed down to you by your culture, or by your parents, or by your husband or your partner, and you take it as it is true. And then if you don't see your physical reality transform or manifested in that way that you were taught, then you feel like you're not good enough because you don't have those things, or you are not that person. And those are the misbeliefs that I want you to start looking at. I want you to walk into the room of the misbeliefs. I want you to look at what are those things that your parents, your grandparents, your culture believe in, that maybe you don't agree, or you don't feel like that aligns with who you are. And you are taking it as truth when it comes to measuring your worth. First of all, your worth has no measurement. You are worthy because you exist. Let's get that clear. But sometimes because we buy into these misbeliefs, we start thinking and believing that I need to be this person. I need to look this way. I need to have this thing to feel worthy, or to feel happy, or to feel like that I'm fitting in society. But that is not so. And the moment that we start having the awareness of that, the moment that we start looking at those things and say, wait a minute, this is not my belief. This is a belief of my family. And the fact that I believe or think differently does not make me less worthy. It just makes me an individual. It makes me who I am. So I want you, that you're here right now, to think about that. whatever comes up to you, that perhaps your parents, your partner, your friends, society, things that you see on TV and social media that you look at and people see as that's the norm or that's what means to be successful. But you do not believe that, or you buy into it, but you feel inside of your heart, inside of your core, you know that that's not who you are. And that's when you start divorcing yourself from the beliefs of others and you start calling back your spirit. That's how I want to call it, because we're calling back our individuality. We start calling back our spirit and connecting with the person that we came here to be and not the person that others expect us to be. Hi, beautiful sister. It's so nice to see you here. So, as I was saying, if you decide to walk into this room, the awareness room, and you start looking at these misbeliefs, that's when you start empowering yourself and connecting with your worth, with your self-love, because now you can let go of those things. I mentioned during the first part of the series, when I was speaking about acceptance, that I struggled growing up with accepting my hair, with believing that it was beautiful, because my society, my culture was telling me it wasn't beautiful, that it was too this, that it was too that it was too much to handle. And I'm not blaming the people raising me. They were doing what they were taught, and domesticated to believe that this was not the beauty standard, that you needed to have straight hair, beautiful, gorgeous, straight, long hair to be beautiful, and never told that curly, hair is beautiful too. That is just a different texture, but that doesn't make it less beautiful. But I grew up with that misbelief and having that connection and that conflict with myself, because I was looking at myself as beautiful and I wanted to have my curly hair, but I was having that conflict because I felt and I fall into the misbelief of thinking that that was not beautiful, that I needed to be a certain way, that I needed to follow the standards. Otherwise, other people would look at me like weird, not fit in, and not be accepted. And sometimes we think that that's where love comes from, that we need to be accepted by the tribe. We need to be accepted by the culture. We need to be accepted by the people. And whatever they believe that is acceptable, that's what we need to do. And that's when our self-love starts to suffer, because we are no longer loving ourselves fully the way we are. We are trying to pretend to be what they expect us to be. So if you have a few minutes right now, if you're watching me right now, I want you to take a piece of paper and write, what are those things that you no longer want to follow? What are those things that you no longer want to accept as truth in your life just because you were told that that was what you needed to be lovable, or to be successful, or to be beautiful? And what is it that you believe in? What is the truth for you? Because the moment that you decide to write down your truth, you're no longer going to feel like you need to make yourself be someone that you are not. You will know and remember, because sometimes those triggers are going to come. But those are the moments that we need the truth. And when you write it down, then you can tell yourself when those triggers come, when sometimes you might second guess yourself. If I'm being vulnerable right now, which I'm about to be, I can share that I'm about to be 40. Like, I'm 39 years old and I'm not married. I don't have kids. And in a Dominican household, that is not the norm. My grandmother was asking me when I was going to have a child when I was 18. And when I was 28, I remember vividly, she said, "Oh my God, you're so old. Like, no man is going to want you now. Like, you're never going to get married." So imagine, I don't want to know what she thinks right now that I'm 39. But I'm sharing this because if I follow the misbelief to think that being a certain age disqualify you from being in a partnership, and that makes you less than, or poor you must not be happy, then I would live my life thinking that my life is not good enough, or that I'm missing out on happiness because I am not married at the age that I'm in. And if I had $1 for everybody that asked me, when am I getting married or having a kid, I would be a millionaire. And those are the moments that I need to remind myself of my choices and what actually makes me happy. And that, yes, I would love to be in a loving partnership, but that doesn't mean that I'm not happy if that's not happening. And those are the things that we need to recognize, because your happiness comes from within you. And if I make a possible partnership as the goal to achieve happiness, what's going to happen is that the moment that that partnership comes, I'm putting so much weight and so much responsibility on the other person that the other person is going to resent me, because no one can make you happy but you. So redesigning my truth and knowing that, yes, perhaps culturally this is the norm. Perhaps culturally, I was supposed to be married with 4 kids by now. But that was not in my core, in my truth. I chose a different path. And by me accepting that and knowing that whatever happens is going to be my choice, and that doesn't make me less lovable. That doesn't make me less than or less worthy. Then those triggers, those little things, those comments will not affect my sense of self-love. I'll still know who I am. But I first needed to look and ask those questions. Is this truth to me? Do I feel like I need to be married with kids to be a full human? And the answer for me was no. So I was like, so I released this misbelief because it's not mine. It's not my truth. And that's what I'm inviting you to do today. Perhaps your situation is a different one, but you can apply it to anything that you are being told that you need to be or do to be worthy of love, of happiness and peace. And decide if it's no longer your truth to release that. Having the awareness to release that and knowing that you have the power. You are so powerful and you can decide, I am releasing this. This no longer serves me. This is not who I am. And this is not who I choose to be. And also, I just wanted to say that you're going to need some courage, because people are going to want to challenge your beliefs. And that's okay. You don't need to explain your decisions. You don't need to explain your life to anyone. You don't owe anyone an explanation of who you are. You don't need to explain yourself, because when we are explaining ourselves, that's exactly the opposite of self-love. We're trying to make sure other people understand us so they can love us. And you don't need to explain who you are, as long as you know who you are. And the moment that you shed some light into your truth and you have the awareness of who you are, then you don't need to go around explaining yourself. I hope that you guys are following. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mommy, for those hearts. I love you. Te amo. And after you do that, right? Because it's 3 steps. So I was speaking about the first step, which is the misbeliefs. I want you to look at your self-talk. If you can, go to the mirror. My clients know that I make them go to the mirror and look at themselves and see and listen. Listen to your self-talk. Listen to what you are saying to yourself. Are those words coming from you, from the loving self, from your loving heart? Or are they coming from those ideas, those misbeliefs that the others told you? So if you saw in society that you needed to be a size 0 to be beautiful, and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're not a size 0, are you saying, oh, you're fat because you actually think that and that came about? Or because you are believing the lies that you see out there? And after you analyze that and you take a look at those words that you're telling yourself, decide if it's true for you. If you want to continue torturing yourself, if you want to continue to hate who you are, because there's no standards. You are beautiful no matter what. You are perfect no matter what. But we are taught that we need to be this and that, and then we start telling ourselves those lies repeatedly. So I want you to have the awareness of your self-talk so you can shift it. And I spoke about this in a previous series. I think it was forgiveness and having self-compassion, to remember that you are lovable and to tell yourself that, to speak to yourself as if you're speaking to a child, because inside we all have this inner child waiting for love and is craving for your love and your attention. So pay attention to that self-talk and decide to tell yourself the truth. Decide to start slowly creating different affirmations that when those little words come, you have the tools to say the truth. If you're looking at yourself in the mirror and thinking, I first need to lose the pounds to love myself. Oh my God, my thighs, oh my arms, my neck, my belly, my face. Pay attention. Pay attention to what you see and what is the immediate thought. And if that thought that comes to you is not loving, like looking at yourself in the mirror and say, I love you, girl. You look beautiful. You're amazing. I'm proud of you. I tell myself this every day, especially the days that I don't feel like it. If I'm not feeling beautiful, I go to the mirror and tell myself, you are beautiful. Do not forget how beautiful you are, inside and out. Do not forget that you are holy. Do not forget that you are powerful. Do not forget this love. Do not forget that little girl that lives inside of you. That's who you are. She's rooting for you. She's so proud of you. Continue going. Be aware of that self-talk, because that's going to start shifting. It's going to start shifting your physical reality and the way that you treat yourself. And who wants to be around someone that is constantly mistreating you? You wouldn't keep a friend that is constantly telling you how fat, how ugly, how stupid you are. But then we keep that self-talk inside of us. So it's time for you to give that little voice a break. And one of the ways that I do that, when I cut myself speaking negatively, I was like, okay, I hurt you, thank you so much, but that's not the truth. Like, I say it out loud. I hurt you, thank you for your opinion, it's not needed. The truth is that I am beautiful. The truth is that I am lovable. The truth is that I am powerful. Cut it off the same way that you would do to a noisy neighbor. Thank you so much, but I don't need that information. I know the truth. Having that awareness is going to make you even more powerful. And it's going to remind you of that love that is within you. It is inside of you right now. And speaking about not wanting to have negative people around you, that's the third step of today's life and all about awareness, is being aware of who you're keeping around you. We are like plants, right? We're talking plants. And we need love. Love is our water to grow, to evolve, to feel joyful and happy. So having the awareness of the friendships that you're keeping, having the awareness of the family members, sometimes they can be negative. So you need to have the awareness that they're always going to be your family, but how are you going to relate with them? Or do you even want to continue to relate with them? Have the awareness and the clarity and the honesty with yourself if your environment is not fully nurturing you. If you're not feeling that support, if you're not feeling that love, if you're not feeling that, then have the courage to reevaluate those friendships and those relationships, because you are going to need them, not so they can validate you and tell you you're beautiful every day so you can feel beautiful, but so they can be a reflection of that beauty, because we are reflections of each other. And we always reflecting that love. You want somebody that is reflecting the love that you are back to you. That person that is giving you support and energy. The same way that you are going to do it for them. You know, I am grateful I'm alive, but this just came on me. This is live, guys. So everything is fine. I'm going to continue in a minute. Okay. Taking plants. So you guys witnessed the falling of my painting behind me. That's how true that was, what I was saying. And I am grateful that I didn't die, that I'm still alive and doing this. Oh God, life cannot lie. Let me have some water. So, whew, that was close. Speaking about gratitude. Oh, guys, do you guys witness that, or am I alone on this joke? I am grateful that I have beautiful people in my life that keep me accountable, but also support me when I feel low energy. Today was one of those days that I have been working a lot the past few days, and I felt physically tired. And I had an amazing conversation with a friend that was supporting me and telling me, I believe in you, and I know that you are going to be able to show up today in your day. So I appreciate his words, because that's what I needed to hear at that moment, to remind me that I am only a vessel, I'm only a channel, and that the energy that I use to share here is coming from God, it's coming from the universe, it's not coming from me. I don't need to push and try super hard to be here and speaking with you guys, because I am able to empty myself and allow whatever needs to happen, and allow the message to go through. But I needed to be reminded of that. So I want you to identify at least one person that you can call when you're feeling down, that you can call when you feel sad, that you can call when those moments that you're not feeling on your best. They can tell you, remember who you are. Remember your energy. Remember that you are a holy child of God. Remember that you're beautiful. So pay attention to your environment. Pay attention to what's surrounding you. And choose, if you need to shift, people that uplift you. This is why I love to be part of different spiritual communities, because you meet like-minded people. So if you don't have like-minded people in your life, allow yourself to seek out like-minded people. Allow yourself to ask for help. Allow yourself to reach out to somebody that you see that might be able to help you. Allow yourself to ask for mentorship of coaching from someone that you feel aligned with. If you feel that you've seen someone that you might be good friends with, have the courage to say, I like your energy. You don't know how much beauty is out there unless you put yourself out there ready to receive. So this is what my invitation is, to choose to create the environment that you need to have to be the person that you see yourself being, who you truly are inside. So as you are following me here, I want to recap on the 3 steps. The first step is for you to pay attention to the misbeliefs, the truths that are not yours. Second is to pay attention to that self-talk, how you speak into yourself. And the third step is for you to pay attention, to be aware, to have the awareness of your environment. What is happening around you? What is the fuel? What are those words? What are those people that you are most in contact with? What are the words that they tell you when you're having a conversation with them? Do you feel excited, happy, and high vibration? Or when you leave the room, you're feeling low energy, you're feeling sad, you're feeling depleted? Those are the people that you need to pay attention to, so you can start removing that energy. Or at least if you cannot do that, there's sometimes that we have people that they just going to be in our lives for one reason or the other. Learning ways for you to be able to shield yourself, to surround yourself with light, so you don't be affected on a daily, every time you have a conversation or an interaction with them. So I hope that you were able to follow me and do the exercises after you get off this live, or if you're watching me later, do the exercises, write down those misbeliefs. Pay attention, go to the mirror and observe your self-talk as you look at yourself. Especially, I advise you to do it naked. Go naked in front of the mirror. Do not be afraid of your own body. Be naked in front of the mirror and observe every part of you. And observe your self-talk. What are you saying to yourself as you look at yourself? And if those things that you observe saying mentally are not loving, then find words to shift that. Find a loving word to shift that. Even if right now you don't believe it and you think it's truth, if you're calling yourself ugly, you're calling yourself fat, shift that. You are beautiful. I love my thighs. I love my belly. I am grateful for my legs. Because the moment that we go into gratitude for our bodies is functioning, even if we don't do anything. We don't have to do anything for our body to continue to function. Let's be grateful for that instead of criticizing it. Because the moment that you start being grateful for your body starts appreciating those words and shifting. So I hope that you do this, and then paying attention to your environment to see what are the people that I like to be around with, and try to be around with those people more often than not. And what are the ones that I don't feel supported by? Having awareness is power. So the moment that you know, that's when you can start shifting and changing. So I'm going to leave it here. For those of you here, I want you to invite you to join me on a breath. If you want to join me breathing, we're going to do a short meditation. I lost my candles, but we are full of light, all of us. So we're going to breathe together. I'm inviting you to close your eyes, to make yourself comfortable. If you're in bed already, it's okay. You can stay laying down. I advise you always to be seated with your back straight, with feet planted on the floor, so you can be as close to Mother Earth as possible. If you are in the Caribbean, so if you are in a place that you can be outside, just go for it. Be on Mother Earth. Put your feet on the floor. Feel nature under you. So let's take a breath, closing your eyes as I drink some water. And we are going to be present with the body. So closing our eyes, taking a deep breath into the belly, releasing out of the mouth. One more breath in into the nose, out of the mouth. One more like that, into the nose, out of the mouth, letting know the day, letting go anything that is no longer serving you. And release. And now let's just allow our body to feel comfortable. If you're seated, you can move around, making sure that you feel as comfortable as possible. Taking a deep breath into the nose. Expanding the belly as much as you can. And we slowly breathing out of the nose. Being mindful of the breath. Today is all about awareness. So being aware of your breath is the goal today. As you breathe, observing the air, expanding your belly. Just take as much air as you can. And when you feel you can take no more, just take a little bit more. And slowly breathing out of the nose. Observe your breath. Observe how it's leaving your body. Observe how you're letting go effortlessly, and how you receive your next inhale with ease. We're going to practice this receiving and letting go today. As you inhale, we are going to receive with ease, expanding the belly, remembering that we can receive with ease. There's nothing that you have to do. You can just be still and allow the air to expand your lungs, expanding the belly, reminding you that you're a child of God, that you can receive with ease, that there's nothing that you have to do to deserve love. This air is reminding you that you are always in connection with the universe, always in connection with the great abundance. Just be aware of this dance. Slowly breathing in and slowly breathing out. Slowly breathing in, expanding the belly as much as you can, receiving with abundance. There is a great abundance of air for you to breathe. There's also a great abundance of love for you to receive. And slowly breathe out, releasing. And as we breathing out, we're releasing the misbeliefs. We're releasing the negative self-talk. We're releasing the toxic environments. Just making the intention as you breathe in, receiving the great abundance of the universe, receiving the love that you are. And as you breathe out, releasing the misbeliefs, the attachments, releasing the pain associated with the judgments. Just being present with your breath. Breathing in slowly, expanding your belly. And as you expand your belly, we are expanding our capacity to love ourselves. With every expansion, you're activating your inner love. You are remembering that you are love. We are connecting with that inner awareness, the self-awareness of who we are. And as you breathe out, you're releasing what you are not. We're letting it go. We're releasing. And breathing in, we are expanding. Expanding your chest. If you can open your chest to receive, you can open. You can move your shoulders a little so you can let go of the tensions in your shoulders. Just let it go. And breathe deeply. Being aware of this expansion. And as you breathe out, just slowly releasing whatever is weighting you down. Releasing that self-talk that is no longer serving you. If you see those thoughts come into your mind, we're going to release observe the negative self-talk. And as you breathe out, you let it go. And as you breathe in, you remember who you are. I am love. Replacing the negative self-talk with the truth. Breathing out, releasing the lies. And take a deeper breath, expanding the belly. Relaxing your body. Connecting with your heart. Connecting with the awareness. And imagine yourself in this room. In the room of awareness. And you walk to the shelf of misbeliefs. And just breathe. As you walk, you take the boxes of what no longer serves you. You're going to take the boxes of the lies, of the domestication, of the expectations. We're going to take them off the shelf. We're going to clear those boxes out of the room. And take a breath. Take a breath of release from clearing the shelf of misbeliefs out of the room. Now walk to the shelf of self-talk. All those words that no longer serve you. All those lies. All those painful judgments, we are going to take them off the shelf. They do not belong there. We can put them in boxes and take them out of the room. And take a breath of release. And let it go. You're going to look around this room now a little lighter. And observe who's in there. Who are the people closest to you? And breathe. Feel your body. How does your body feel next to these people? Does it feel relaxed? Does it feel loving? Does it feel the expansion of love? And take a breath. Or are you feeling fearful, sad? You feel the contraction in your heart, in your body. You feel your body getting smaller. Pay attention. This is the awareness of your senses. How do you feel in that environment? Just be aware and breathe. And release. And paying attention to the people that are loving and supporting, the ones that give you that expansion of love. You can invite them to stay, to join you in this new room with light, with space, clear of lies. You can invite them to stay in your energy. And take a breath. If there's anyone or anything that you feel that you're ready to release, you can invite them to go. And making the intention to cut the cords, to release the attachments. It's okay to let go. Take a breath and watch them walk away. And breathe. Let them close the door behind them. And now observe your room with beautiful light, with beautiful people, and with the truth. Take a seat. Take it in. Take a breath. Breathe in this new air of peace. Allow yourself to be present. Enjoy this new environment, this new feeling. This peace, this love, this expansion is who you are. Just lay on the floor, open your arms, your palms up, receiving. Take a breath and release. And as you're laying on the floor with your palms up, just saying out loud, I am worthy. And breathe. I am creating a beautiful life for myself. And take a breath. I enjoy the people around me. I love my alone time. I enjoy my space. And breathe. I love my body. I love me. And breathe. I love me. And breathe. Say it one more time out loud. I love me just as I am. And take a breath. And release. And feel this peace in your heart of knowing that your space is clear, that this room of awareness is ready for you to be, to enjoy, to put new words on your shelf, new feelings, new emotions, new dreams. And take a breath and release. And take another breath, deep, deep, deep into the belly. And release. And start moving your feet and your hands. You can start getting up from the floor. And take a breath. And you can slowly start opening your eyes and looking around this beautiful room. full of light, full of love, and full of peace. Take a deep, deep, deep breath into the belly and release. One more time, into the nose, out of the mouth. And you're gonna slowly start to open your eyes to this room and being present with me. And releasing, let's show some gratitude for this journey. I would love to know your experience if you were able to take this journey into this room of awareness and clearing those misbeliefs, those feelings, those lies, those people. Knowing that you always have a choice, knowing that you are powerful, knowing that you can choose to remember that you are lovable, that you are powerful, that you are holy, and that you deserve love. There's nothing that you have to do to deserve it, because you are. It's right inside of you. All you have to do is to walk in that room and remember. Thank you so much. Amazing breath work. Thank you, Trail Action. I appreciate you being here, and all of those of you who are still here, thank you so much. We're going to be continuing the self-love series next Monday. Yes, next Monday. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing the third and fourth part together for the Spanish. So mañana vamos a hacer la tercera y cuarta parte en español para los que me quieran acompañar que hablan español, porque la semana pasada no lo pude guardar por problemas técnicos. Entonces voy a repetir un poco lo que hice la semana pasada, más lo que hice hoy lo voy a traducir en español. Thank you, Christina, for being here. Los amo, los quiero. Gracias por estar aquí. Gracias por el apoyo, por las personas que me mandan mensajes. Muchas gracias por su apoyo, por su amor. Y las personas que quieran trabajar conmigo me pueden mandar un mensaje. So I just speaking a little bit in Spanish for those of you, because you know that I'm a little bit bilingual. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here, all of you. I really love you. I appreciate you. And I will see you next week. For those of you who want to work with me, you can send me a message and ask me. I still have 4 spots open for the month of July. And if you are interested in grabbing one of those, send me a message. And if not, I will see you next Monday. Have a beautiful week. Enjoy your life. And remember to love yourself fully. Mwah. Hi, Jaberkis. Bye. Lo voy a guardar. I'm going to save it so you can watch. Bye.